Showtime for the Raptors as they pulled into the building, a squad that looks more than ready for the game ahead of them. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Got one more great treat for you folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. Shams, so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me aboard.
Look at the smile on Brent Barry's face. He is thrilled to have you here courtside with us.
Absolutely. Super excited about it.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, the veteran wings, Powell and Leonard. The post pairing, Batum and Zubac. And it's Harden in at the point. And the Clippers getting that contract extension done with Coach Ty Lue. They've really invested in the future, haven't they, Sean?
A nice, shiny new arena and everything that they've built in LA. And yet, this is a talented and aging roster. The clock is ticking for this iteration of Clippers basketball around Kawhi Leonard. They know the time is right now.
And they've added Jeff Van Gundy, so another great basketball mind on that staff. Now, Dick. Barnes outside. Back to Dick. On the wing quickly. Lets it go with a 3. Pirtle, the pass to Dick. Shoots over Powell, and that one hits back iron. And it's Harden with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. He trains the quick shot.
Instincts tonight for Harden, razor sharp. He just knows when to pop up.
It's Ingram on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. We're about 1 minute into the first. And here are the Clippers. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. And that's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
Thank you, David. And so here are the Clippers. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. A shot by Batum, no good. Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. There's the 3. And there's Dick. That's good on the assist from Ingram.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite 3-point shot.
Batum against Barnes. And Batum kicks to Powell. Goes up again. Misses the layup.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
A 3 from quickly. Powell pulls it in for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 6 from the field. And he drives in, and the dunk by Powell.
Norman Powell is big and strong and stocky, so if he gets in that gap, he's like a bowling ball. He can take a hit.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Outstanding. Here's Zubac. Following the basket by Scotty Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Leonard on the wing. The 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Barnes outside. Back to Quickly. Takes the 3. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Yep, it counts.
In the paint, Zubac is going to get aggressive and not going to hold back. Put contact on him. He's going through you.
Pass to Dick. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Dick's got 5 now.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Quickly against Harden. Stolen by Quickly. Barnes outside. And the layup is good. Barnes has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Inside, Barnes knows he has to fully commit. You don't finish against contact by going in there with half the effort.
Harden, no good. Raptors leading by 3. And it's Quickly in the corner. And here is Barnes. Ingram outside. Shot clock at 6. Barnes down low. He's covered by Leonard. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is the result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
Well, Batum just brings a lot of experience and helps this team remain confident that he's going to make the right play and make the subtle contributions to put you in a place to win.
Eubanks, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Bogdanovich comes in for Powell. And the Raptors also making a change. Boucher is checked in.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Ingram. He's coming off an excellent season. Put up about 21 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Well, he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Really known as a microwave scorer, Quickly's fearlessness is what allows him to really get cooking.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the night. First free throw is good. And the Clippers making a change here. Jones is checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more that should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Pass to Mobo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the basket by Jones.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Ingram outside. Back to Barrett. Takes a three. And it's Ingram missing. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. A three from Bogdanovich. Boucher with the rebound. And for the Raptors, they're shooting just about an even 40% to start. Barrett. Another shot. And it's good on the way in. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Now, one of the keys to Barrett's game is he's got to play tough.
L.A.'s gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. And Jones has it in the corner. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
A matchup that only happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this one will be for sure. Interconference matchups are always pretty fascinating just because of timing on scouting and how often you watch teams like this affect some of the unpredictability of the East-West battle.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
So timeout called here. The first for Toronto. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
You could see it in that game. Despite the odds going against them, once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win it.
But once they could taste that upset, they weren't going to let this one slip away. Ferocious in that overtime period.
As time's checked in for Leonard. The Raptors making a switch here. Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have and more celebrated time as well at different points. What's your favorite? What's your best NBA arena?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
Back to Boucher. Over Jones. Boucher's shot is off.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
How about that touch, Bogdanovich? That time from way out.
Outside, Barrett. Pass to Shed. Overdone. Hits the jump hook. And the Raptors lead by 2.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Simmons inside. Rebound by the Raptors. 1:49 left here in the first quarter. Now the pass to Boucher. No good that time. Good work defensively by Jones. The Clippers shooting to start this game off about 41% from the floor. Simmons passes to Bogdanovich. He kicks it to Jones. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. 4th, James Harden.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had him on both sides, too.
And so Jones nails both of them. Here's Barrett. 1:16 left in the first. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Well, Barrett with a nice touch down there as the lefty was able to negotiate the little room that he had.
Dunn attacking. And the shot goes in. Dunn's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Toronto shooting 43% since taking the floor today. Passes it to Abaji. Two points. That one goes. And the Raptors lead by 2. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Simmons. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Here's Shed. Dunn covering. And it's Shed missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Pass to Abaji. Here's Barrett. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That one misses for Barrett. Up in time. That shot is off. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
The Raptors, 28.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and power forward. Dunn is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Eubanks in at the 5 spot. Here's Quickly after the basket by Los Angeles. Barnes finds Quickly. And it's off from three-point range. And so Powell will bring it up for the Clippers. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. Here's Walter. Out to Ingram. And there's the pass to Quickly. Clock at 6. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. Quickly's got 6.
Quickly didn't hold back there, taking some contact inside if he has to.
On against Quickly. And Pirtle sends it back. Fast break Toronto. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Leonard on the wing. Still yet to score. Powell in the high post. Dunn right side. A putback. No dice on the putback jam. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Now, here's Dunn. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Walter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Walter's got his second bucket of the night.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Hey, Sean, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they've just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge in this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. There will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. And here are the Raptors now. The Clippers getting the bucket. And it's quickly missing. Nobody near Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And seeing Leonard hit the corner three, I'm reminded of his Game 7 dagger when Toronto beat Philly and went on to win it all.
Toronto calls timeout. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. Batum comes in for Jones. And it's James Harden in for Norman Powell. Raptors also changing it up. Chris Boucher's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And Dick subbed in for Walter. Basket good. Quickly's got 8 points.
Working inside quickly with good spatial awareness, sensing all things around him.
On the wing, Batum. Passes it to Zubac. Harden against Quickly. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and trends in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your... It's like I'm talking to my teenage daughter. What is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute, or at least most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin. I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a little high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest in sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your offseason is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to inform you.
And you always do. You always do. And the Clippers miss again. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Leonard. Kawhi puts it down hard.
Oh, man, when Kawhi dunks, you feel it. This is how powerful that guy is.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Bogdanovich is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ben Simmons in for Chris Dunn. The shot's good from Quickly.
Don't let Quickly's build fool you. He can compete inside against some tough opponents.
And Simmons slams it in.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. It's Ingram on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Dick, that's good. Dick's got 8 points.
And Quickly, not just a scorer, he's also solid at finding teammates.
And Simmons kicks to Batum. The dish to Harden. And there's the drive from downtown. Offensive rebound. Zubac. The shot. No good. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Dick. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Here's Zubac. 14 points from him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Probing and looking and finding ways. Bogdanovich really in attack mode here tonight.
Toronto calls timeout.
Time to get a free t-shirt.
Moment now to check out the numbers for Bogdanovich. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Here's Shed. It's sent back down by Simmons.
The length. Simmons just overpowering with that reach.
Into the
Yes, sir.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Third is Bogdanovich.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
He hits both from the stripe. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. The 11-footer, again, Los Angeles.
Playing in between right now and changing speeds. Bogdanovich spotting some nice scoring opportunities.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Looking now at some numbers for Zubac. He had a strong showing last season, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. Raptors trail by 3. Pass to Barrett. The teardrop falls in. Barrett's got 8.
Incredible move right there from Barrett. This guy knows how to handle that rock.
Now, here is Harden. Dig defending, and James Harden hits from deep.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Here's Shed. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. And that one's good, Abaji.
3-point basket.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now, here's Batum. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. second shot opportunity, and Simmons with the lay-in. He's got 8.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Monday, they'll tip it off. A road trip beginning in Oklahoma City where they'll take on the Thunder. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets.
You know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And the Clippers making a change here. Powell's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Los Angeles. Kicks it to Batum. Bogdanovich wide open. And they recover it. Powell, the pass to Simmons. Goes back up. He takes it up and brings it in. Simmons got 8 here in the quarter.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to bring any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Let me look at your radar. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he said.
Now, you can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He had 13 points in the win against Sacramento. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And that one's good, Abaji.
And so many different ways Dick gets the ball to his teammates. Always on time and on target.
Harden kicks to Batum. Shoots the 3. He can't hit that time.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
In the corner, Barrett with it. And the pass to Dick. 2 on the clock. And the layup is good. Dick's got 15 points.
Well, that screen wasn't quite as effective as it could be. However, they find a way to get it done. Credit the shooter for overcoming that aggressive defense.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Raptors out in front, up 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They did lead by as many as 7 points in the first period. They were slightly better in the second. Not a big difference between these two teams. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what'd you see out there?
The road can be unfriendly, and they've clearly risen to the challenge. They're shrugging off the chance from the fans. Defense, you saw it. That's no. They're playing their focus, and they're getting to work. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Grady Dick in this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Grady Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. For Jakob Pirtle, his parents paved the way for him to become a professional athlete. And I'd say, Brent, they did a good job.
Well, it's a good point, Kevin. They were doing some blocking of their own, just not basketballs like Jakob does. Both of his parents, members of the Austrian national volleyball teams, and building some roofs on some people trying to put down a few slams.
Just 3 to shoot. Barnes can't get it to go. The Clippers trail. Here's Powell. It's rebounded by Dick. Dick's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Barnes, and the layup's good off the glass. 6 points for Barnes.
Barnes rising to the challenge here. He is tough.
Now here's Powell. Dick defending. Powell, that's good.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now, here's Quickly. 14 points for him. This one for 3. Here's Pirtle. The Clippers grab the miss.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Here's Powell. Following the score by Jakob Pirtle. No good from Zubac. Raptors leading by 4. Quickly the pass to Ingram. Makes it off the glass. Ingram's got his first basket of the night.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Harden right side. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Early in his career, Leonard wouldn't take those shots. Now he's got the confidence to pull up off the dribble.
That one misses. Good D by Harden. Clippers trail by 4. Passes it to Zubac. 8 feet away. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists tonight, and the Raptors call time here. Brent, we know that James Harden has won 3 consecutive scoring titles in his past. But now, he really has worked on his game and changed his game to a degree.
Well, that's true, Kevin. Also, the system around him has changed. I mean, what they leaned into in Houston for James Harden to become an offense unto himself was unique at the time. James is a little bit older. He's playing with a different set of players that bring their own skill sets, but he's much more of a passer. He led the league in assists in 2023. So all of his offensive ability has not gone away. It's just manifesting itself in a different form right now.
Barnes finds Pirtle. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Smart to get Pirtle inside with the ball. The big man, so easy to get it at close range.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Powell down low. Barnes on him. The shot by Powell, no good. Raptors leading by 6. Pass to Barnes. Here's Dick. Good on the 3-point shot. Dick's got 18 points.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Now Dick, after Norman Powell missed from long range.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
It's Harden with the drive, and the shot goes in. He's got 9.
The finesse from Harden there. That's great stuff.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Quickly against Harden. Dick with it. 18 points for him. Great D that time from Powell. Leonard kicks to Harden. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. Raptors leading by 4. On the wing quickly. Guarded by Powell. Here's Ingram. And he gets the bucket. Ingram's got his second basket of the night.
Ingram and that body and that maturation showing off in plays just like that.
Pirtle against Zubats. Here's Jones. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, he plays a secondary role on the team, but right now, front and center is Norman Powell.
The Raptors have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Quickly, up and in on the layup. Quickly's got 16.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the Clippers call time here. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes it's a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Eubanks, he's checked in for the Clippers. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Walter comes in for 10. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Eubanks. Toronto shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Here's Quickly. Banked in off the glass. He's got 18.
With it all clicking, Quickly can be dangerous, and he's showing it tonight.
Ball's knocked loose. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So it's pretty much true.
Thank you, David. Don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA.
Now, Norman Powell settling in and understanding more and more of who he is at the professional level. He's a scorer, and he can shoot the 3 at a high clip.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Ben Simmons in for James Harden. Now, here's Quickly. 18 points for him. Over Simmons. And it comes off the front of the rim. And so Powell will bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. And Barnes sends it back.
Good instincts from Barnes on the block. He had that shot totally anticipated.
Here's Walter. The kick out to Barnes. Second chance shot. It's deflected. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Powell. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Ingram's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Boucher against Jones. Pass to Quickly. And he banks in the layup. Quickly's got 20.
And how about the handles there from Quickly dancing his way around the defender.
Powell, the pass to Jones. Finding the lane. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jacoby Walter.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
We probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and the willingness to do that has paid off. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I think a lot of teams worry about Bogdanovich. Obviously, that three-point ability, but now he's making plays.
Brantley, you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much. Their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Here's Bogdanovich after the Raptors pick up 2. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Ingram's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Now here's Simmons. 12 points for him. Powell trying to free himself up. And Simmons gets the bucket.
And though he loves to keep his teammates involved, Simmons also understands that when he's on a roll, he's got to stay aggressive.
Barnes against Jones. Looking to get it going. And Jones sends it back. Bogdanovich looking around. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Ingram.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Quickly finds Barnes. It's Ingram on the wing. Guarded by Simmons. Barnes down low. Working on Jones. And that one's good. Barnes.
Now with his strength and his skill, Scotty Barnes can finish inside very quick.
Bogdanovich goes in.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Barnes. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Barnes has got 10 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Ingram against Bogdanovich. Feeds to Simmons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you love when Simmons plays with aggression inside because it really forces the D to adjust.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Derek Jones. Toronto leading by 3. It's Barrett on the wing. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Off target at the rim. Outside, Simmons. Outside, Batum. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. He's got 5.
And Batum can still knock down threes. He gives you that kind of gravity that the offense relies on.
Pass to Shed. There's 18 seconds left in the third.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Outside, Simmons. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
The Raptors, 94.
And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
That's how you do it, okay? You got to scream back.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And small and power forwards, Leonard and Batum. Simmons is out there with Harden, and it's Zubats in at center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now, Pirtle. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Shot's good by Simmons.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Out to the wing. Here's Mobo, and it's denied.
Great anticipation. He's racked up a few of those blocks in his career, Batum has.
Simmons on the wing. The pass to Zubats. So they take the lead. And that's now 6 points for Ivica Zubats. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
In Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Mobo gets the basket.
Now, Pirtle, as a big, such an unselfish player, always willing to make the extra pass.
And Simmons kicks to Harden. Batum against Pirtle. Back to Harden. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And it's good. 2 points. And the Raptors lead by 2.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Shoots from the baseline. Mobo can't hit. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here goes Kawhi, and he uses the glass on the layup.
What an athlete as Kawhi gets a step on the D, and they're helpless.
The Raptors shooting straight 49% from the field. Here's Dick. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Los Angeles calls timeout. When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brett, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden to try the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all of the analytics of basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent all of the things that system would require, and it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output is something that is going to be, we'll be hard-pressed to see that again, Kevin.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. The message was simple. Keep fighting. Coach told his team, we're in this. We just need some extra effort. Let's go. See if they can come back. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here is Harden. For the 3. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And not a lot of limit to what the lefty can do. James Harden from deep.
Quickly with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Barnes against Harden. And that one's good. Barnes. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now, here is Harden. Outside for Batum. They get it back. Zubats, a second chance effort. Harden controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And that's some extra effort there from Harden. Get the rebound and get his own bucket.
Here's Barnes. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Baseline try. Harden gets the bucket. Now it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
And we don't see a lot of James Harden in the mid-range, but he is capable of knocking them down.
Quickly, a 3 ball. It's hauled in by Zubats.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Offensive rebound. Powell, that's good.
Powell can play with some power. Even at 6'3", 6'4", he's got a good base.
Barnes finds Dick. Lays it up off the glass. Dick's got 4 this quarter.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking. Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Harden against Quickly. Here's Dick. Oh, good on the triple. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
And Leonard is such a tough cover. He's so good at baiting the D into foul.
Brent, I've always thought the stoic demeanor of Kawhi Leonard was very imposing for an opponent.
Well, there's just no rattling, right, Kevin? How many times have you seen Kawhi Leonard get outside of himself, react to a call, become emotional? Now, as a teammate, you have to have an understanding that he might not motivate you in that way, but certainly as an opponent, it's intimidating. I remember playing against John Stockton and Karl Malone much in the same way. Emotionless, relentless. That's sometimes intimidating for an opponent.
Here's Quickly after the made shot from Norman Powell. Harden with the defensive effort.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, not just the reach, but those suction cup hands from Kawhi helps him on defense. He can also swallow up offensive boards.
Now here is Pirtle. And here's Quickly for 3. Out to Ingram. Raptors moving the ball around. A fader. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Quickly.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Zubats no good. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for Toronto. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles taking on the Lakers. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Now here's Ingram. And they'll get another chance.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Harden against Quickly. Pass to Leonard. Fades back. They get it back. Harden laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got 9 points in the quarter.
Yeah, it's not a handful. It's a bundle of these kind of performances from James Harden. What a night.
Quickly against Harden. Quickly kicks to Ingram. Quickly the pass to Barnes. From outside, off the mark. Clippers leading by 10. Now here's Powell. Tries again. And it's finished off by Batum.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Toronto shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Barrett dishes to Barnes. Shoots over Batum. The Clippers grab the miss. Now Powell. Harden right side. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Barnes has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Looking to get back on track here. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 3 assists now in this one. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Harden. And Pirtle pulls it down. Raptors trail by 10. Here's Barrett. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Great pass. Barnes with tremendous feel for the game.
Harden against Quickly. A step-back shot here. Harden can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And the rejection by Leonard.
One of the most versatile defenders in the NBA. Kawhi Leonard getting all of that one.
Harden scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 from Leonard. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Ingram's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Barnes passes to Barrett. Now, here's Quickly. Pass to Ingram.
Remaining in the game.
From the arc. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Kind of fun when you see his personality come out in this game like that.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 10. A minute 50 left in the fourth. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them play.
A really solid performance here in front of the home crowd. He may not be the star of this team, but nights like this are what make him a fan favorite. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 7. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Ingram against Leonard. Puts it up. Bullseye. Leonard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Already such a complete offensive player, yet every year Kawhi Leonard develops his handle just a little bit more.
And here's Quickly for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Powell against Quickly. Here's Harden on the wing. And the 3 off target. Raptors trail by 9. Here's Dick. Back to Pirtle. Toronto working the ball around now. From outside the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Jones. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Bangs home the trifecta. And that's 31 points for Grady Dick.
And now it's Dick knocking down a 3 of his own. Grady is ready to answer.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Leonard for a free throw. 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. It's an 8-point game.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
And the Raptors call time here. They're behind by 8. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Well, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for your Clippers, Chris Dunn taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one. Here's Dick. Dunn covering. On the wing quickly. Pass to Pirtle. A three from Barnes. He can't get that one. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group had.
Thanks so much, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.